A respected dentist, a missing wife, and a locked room inside his clinic. What police discovered behind that door would reveal a secret no one saw coming. In the quiet suburban town of Willow Ridge, Dr. Ethan Cole was the dentist everyone trusted. His clinic, Cole Family Dentistry, was always busy. Parents brought their children to him. Couples recommended him to their friends. Dr. Cole had a calm voice, steady hands, and a warm smile that made nervous patients relax instantly. To the outside world, he was the perfect professional. A successful dentist. A devoted husband. A respected member of the community. But sometimes, the people who appear the most trustworthy are hiding the darkest secrets. Because behind the spotless walls of his dental clinic, something terrifying was waiting to be discovered. At home, things weren't as perfect as they seemed. Laura Cole had started noticing strange changes in her husband. He stayed late at the clinic almost every night. He kept his phone locked and close to him. And sometimes, he stared at her in a way that made her uncomfortable. One evening, Laura confided in her best friend Megan. "I don't know what's going on with Ethan," she whispered. "He feels different." Megan tried to reassure her. After all, Ethan was a dentist. How dangerous could he possibly be? But Laura couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. One quiet afternoon, a patient named Helen Carter arrived early for her dental appointment. The waiting room was empty. The receptionist was nowhere to be seen. As Helen walked slowly down the hallway toward the treatment rooms, she heard something strange. A heavy metallic sound. Like something being dragged across the floor. Suddenly, a door at the end of the hallway opened. Dr. Ethan Cole stepped out. He looked startled. His gloves were on. And there was something dark on them. He quickly closed the door behind him. Then forced a calm smile. "Mrs. Carter, please wait in the lobby. I'll be right with you." But something about his voice made her uneasy. Something wasn't right. 2 weeks later, Laura Cole disappeared. Her boutique downtown remained closed. Her phone went straight to voicemail. Friends couldn't reach her. When people asked Ethan where his wife was, he gave the same calm answer every time. She took a trip to clear her head. But Megan didn't believe him. Laura would never leave without telling her. Something felt terribly wrong. So Megan did something Ethan never expected. She reported Laura missing. And that's when the police started asking questions. Detective Mark Sullivan took the case. At first, Ethan Cole seemed cooperative. Calm. Polite. Helpful. But the detective quickly noticed something strange. Laura's passport was still in the house. Her clothes were untouched. Her car was still parked in the driveway. No bank activity. No messages. It was as if she had simply vanished. That's when Detective Sullivan made a decision. He ordered a search of the one place Ethan spent most of his time. His dental clinic. What investigators would discover inside that building would shock the entire town. Detective Mark Sullivan and his team arrived early the next morning at Cole Family Dentistry. At first glance, everything looked normal. The waiting room was clean. The dental chairs were perfectly arranged. The smell of disinfectant filled the air. But experienced investigators know something important. The truth often hides in the places people think are the safest. So they began searching every room. The treatment rooms. The storage closets. The supply cabinets. Then they reached a door at the end of the hallway. It was locked. When Detective Sullivan asked Ethan to open it, the dentist hesitated. Just for a second. But that second was enough to raise suspicion. Narration. When the door was finally opened, the officers stepped inside. The room was small. dimly lit. And cold. At first, it looked like a normal storage room. Boxes of dental supplies lined the walls. But something felt off. One officer noticed the floor tiles near the back wall looked newer than the others. Detective Sullivan crouched down. He tapped the floor. The sound was hollow. That's when the officers called for tools. And slowly, they began breaking through the tile. What they found underneath would shock the entire town. Beneath the tiles was a hidden compartment. And inside it, investigators found something no one expected. A carefully sealed container. Inside the container were human remains. But it wasn't just one victim. As the investigation continued, more evidence was uncovered. Hidden records. Strange chemicals. And disturbing tools. The man who spent years fixing smiles had been hiding something horrifying behind his clinic walls. And the worst part? The evidence suggested that Laura Cole may not have been the first victim. As detectives dug deeper into Ethan Cole's life, a disturbing pattern began to appear. Patients who had suddenly stopped coming to the clinic. People who had moved away without explanation. And strange late-night visits to the office. Psychologists later described Ethan as someone who lived a double life. On the surface, he was calm and respected. But beneath that image was a man obsessed with control and secrecy. The dental clinic had given him the perfect cover. People trusted him. They sat helplessly in his chair. And no one ever imagined that the friendly dentist might be hiding something far darker. Criminal psychologists say cases like this reveal something chilling about human nature. Some predators don't look dangerous. They don't act suspicious. Instead, they build lives that make people trust them completely. The uniform. The profession. The friendly smile. All of it becomes a mask. A mask that hides something much darker. Because sometimes, the most terrifying people are the ones we trust the most. And for the town of Willow Ridge, the man who fixed their smiles had been hiding a deadly secret all along. So tell me, do you think Ethan's wife was the first victim, or just the first one police discovered? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more dark cases.